Hey everyone, this is going to be an unboxing of a new kit from Exceed RC. This is actually my first time getting a kit from Exceed, but I did see something online that kind of piqued my interest in it, and it doesn't actually say it on the side which kit it is. I already kind of know what it is, but just looking at the box real quick, I don't really see any markings for it. So let me go ahead and try to do this the best I can, because I am doing it with one hand, and try to get this box open. Oh, get this open real quick. Okay, I did get that top off. And what do you know? More packaging. Hopefully this will be a little bit easier to get off. They sure pack these things with a lot of packaging. Make sure you can't get in them. And voila, here we are. Hopefully this isn't tied down. I think it may be zip tied down. Okay, basically what I got here is an Exceed rally car. I can might get this out. I think it is tied down. Give me 1 second. I got those tie straps removed. Ugh, it took forever to get this out. Let's see what else is in here before we get to the kit. Oh, got so much stuff in here. Bag full of stuff. We'll look at that in a second. Sorry for all the noise, guys. And 5 minutes later, I got it all out. So what I got here is an Exceed rally car. They just came out with this, I believe, maybe a month or two ago. And I saw it, and I've never had a rally car before. I actually just got one, I think a day or two ago. I got the Associated rally car. But anyway, let's see what's in some of these packages. Your basic wall charger. Don't know what amperage this is, but I will never be using this anyway, because it'll take forever. It'll be Christmas by the time this battery charges up. So anyway, they give you instruction manual, parts on it, shock spacers, antenna tube. I don't see any tools in here, but it talks about the radio. Of course, it's nothing but a Fly Sky remake. They give you extra stickers, which is good. And these are pillable stickers, which is also makes it better, because I don't have to sit there and cut stickers out. And as you see on the body, they really didn't put any stickers on there. But anyway, radio, as we know, is the Fly Sky radio, which is fine. I mean, this kit costs actually, it was $129, I believe, on their website. So the radio, basic Fly Sky radio, which is fine. Hope this thing would focus in a little bit better so it's not as blurry. Basic, probably analog, controls on it, which that'll be fine as well. I'm not looking for anything spectacular with this. It does use 4 AA's, which is good, because I hate radios that use 6 to 8 AA's, even 2.4 gigahertz radios. But anyway, the car. This actually looks pretty good, pretty nice. It looks better than I thought it would look, actually. Suspension may need to be adjusted. As you see, as I'm trying to push down on this, it's actually rubbing into the body, but that'll be fine. So I believe this is of Lexan, which is good. And the spoiler is made of plastic, so that's good as well, too. So let's go ahead and get this body off and see what we're dealing with underneath. Oh, this body's pretty heavy too. This looks to be a little bit smaller than some of my I got an Associated Rally the other day, and this is actually, I like the size of this because it's not huge. That's not a short course truck. They just put a rally body on and gave it taller body mount. So the size of this, I think, is more suitable for what I like as far as size wise, compared to the Associated Pro Rally. But I will do a side by side comparison of that size wise and probably performance wise too. The Associated will be faster because of the brushless motor and stuff. But anyway, the kit in itself is basically the same chassis as they say their Drift Stars and a lot of their other RC cars as well. Shock dampening seems to be okay. I may have to adjust that a little bit. Maybe the ride height of those shocks. Actually, they're as high as they'll go. So, but differences that I see on this compared to their buggy and, of course, the drift car, the tires, and the compound seems to be fair. Only time will tell when I take it out for the first run. It does come with, I believe this is a 1800. Yes, it is. 1800 milliamps. It does have room for a 7-cell. So what I may do is run this with the stock battery. I do have a 7-cell 8.4 nickel metal battery. I may run it with that in there as well, and then run it with a 2S LiPo stock out the box, just so we can see the differences in the two. So, because this battery will probably last a few minutes, but maybe 5 minutes or so. Other things, they did include a bumper on the front end. They actually included foam with it too, and that's pretty flexible there. Should be able to absorb some good impact, and with the body on top, it should be pretty durable as far as impact, as long as you don't go full blast into a wall at 40-50 miles per hour once I go brushless with this. It does include a 540 size motor. It's not a 550 size. As you can see there, the ESC is LiPo compatible. I think it's one of the ESCs that has the jumpers on it. Yep. If you can see that in there, let's see if we can get a light going real quick. Probably can't see it that well. Or it may be programmable, but I thought it was the type that had the, yeah, there they are right there. See where my finger is at, right next to there. They call these jumpers where you can switch it back and forth between LiPo and nickel metal. And also, I believe forward only and forward reverse. So this is stuck in the nickel metal and then forward and reverse. So I'll change that once I add a LiPo battery pack to it. I like a lot of the Exceed brands because they do include a heatsink for the motor. This is one of the few brands I know that actually includes something like that. So that's a plus in my book for that. The chassis is kind of an old style chassis. But it's for the price you pay. Like I said, it's $129. I did the regular shipping and it did take 5 days to get here, but it was about $140, I think, $145 total. But for a ready to run, and this is completely ready to run except for no batteries for the radio, I think that's a pretty good deal. So not too many other features with this. I think this body mount for the rear is something that's also new to Exceed. It's to fit the rally style body on it, but you see it is adjustable as well. So I can adjust the ride height in the rear and also in the front as well. Remove those screws in there and you can adjust the ride height of that. This can go a little bit lower. You see there's one other position there to make the front and I believe the rear lower. Yeah, you can make the rear a lot lower as well. There's 3 positions there. And of course the positions on the shock mounts. This guard is actually blocking off some of these holes here, but I could probably move it there. Gear mesh seems to be good. And one thing that I have noticed, I know that Red Cat also started doing this as well. Their rear differentials or the rear spur gear and stuff is not exposed anymore, which is great because a lot of these before, they didn't have this cover here nor that in there. So a lot of times rocks and stuff would get in there and rip your spur gear up. So that is covered up, which is great. It does have metal dog bones, if you can see that in there. They do look to be pretty thick. Adjustable, which is great as well. These are aluminum It is a pretty thin aluminum, but that should be fine for what I'm going to do with it. The body will absorb a lot of the impact anyway. And the servo is waterproof as well. So this will be interesting to get this thing out and run. I'm kind of excited to get this running, even though I've already ran my associated with that. And you'll see here the main gear, spare gear is 64, pinion gear is 23. I'm not sure if this is a 32 pitch or 48 pitch. I believe it's probably going to be the Mod .6, which is the same size as stuff that Tamiya and stuff uses. But I'll get into that more after I run the kit and do a couple of upgrades on it as well. So this was a quick look at the Exceed Rally. I'll probably have some running videos that actually went on pretty quick too. The body did. And do a comparisons actually to this to my Associated Pro Rally. I know there's going to be some differences in the two. One thing that I like right off bat is the size of it. It is a lot smaller, which is great. I don't like cars with big, huge bodies on them, but we'll have to do some test runs out on the street, probably in some dirt, grass, maybe some mud, water. I think it's supposed to rain in a couple of days to see how this thing handles, and then do a mild brushless upgrade. I don't plan on putting a lot of power through this, but I do want to get about 35, maybe close to 40 miles per hour out of it on a 2S LiPo. So I'll have to see what I have to do to get those speeds out of it, because I do want to be a little faster. So don't forget to like, and if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to put comments below. Thanks.